every time you see synchronicities and bad stuff's happening, your higher self saying, hey man, you're going the wrong way. You're going upstream. The party's downstream.
Yeah, it's a hot day. I'm hanging in the sunshine. You should hit me with the splash gun.
Every time I experience synchronicities, bad things happen. Is my higher self out to get me? There's no doubt in my mind that when these synchronicities that happen in our life, they are absolutely a communication with your higher self. There's, in my opinion, there's no doubt. So when I see those numbers over and over and over, I get the feeling that everything's right on time. Everything is unfolding perfectly. Quit worrying about, you're not getting this done, or just everything is just unfolding perfectly. So, I think it's your higher self letting you know that you're not on your path. You know what I mean? Like you're not trusting yourself. You're swimming upstream. You're doing things for the wrong reasons. You're doing things for the wrong reasons. You're doing things for the wrong reasons. And I think that's a great sign. I mean, the only thing better than signs that you're on the right path would be signs that you're on the wrong path. And obviously, well, maybe. You just don't trust yourself. You have an internal guidance system. We all do. Nobody told us we had an internal guidance system. And actually, this internal guidance system, it's all you need. You don't need to go out and ask people things. You can feel, when it's turned on and when you listen to it, you know what is best for you. You know what is right for you. So I don't really know what else to say about that. Next question. What's the best advice you have for those just starting to wake up? Just wallow in this new expansion of consciousness. Just soak in this new understanding of your world until these concepts are just coursing through every cell in your body. Because what's going to happen is when you first start to wake up, you're going to want to tell people about it. And there's a really good chance that the people you're talking to are asleep, because everybody is asleep. My best advice for anybody is follow your highest excitement to the best of your ability without the need for it to play out exactly the way you want it to play out, and everything will be perfect. And when I say follow your highest excitement, I'm talking about with integrity. If you're getting these feelings and you're not going to hurt anybody, you know what I mean? You're not going to hurt yourself. Follow that feeling, that idea. And that doesn't mean that idea is going to play out the way you want it to. But maybe you need to react on that feeling, that sensation, that idea, that moment of enlightenment, and say you follow that path to the best of your ability, but it doesn't work out. Well, guess what? You're in a place where you never would have been to take that next step. So just because you get this feeling of excitement doesn't mean that's going to play out the way it's supposed to play out in your mind. Our mind is not smart enough to understand all the possibilities that are going to happen from following your highest excitement. This feeling of excitement, this is the resonating with your higher self. That feeling of excitement is saying yes from your higher self. Yes, follow this path. And when you follow that path, and you follow that path, and you follow that path, the next thing you realize is, wait a second, who am I? What's going on? How did this happen? How did my life become so fucking magical? You can't rationalize it. You have to trust yourself, follow your highest excitement, and see where it goes. Because following your fear and following your intellect is where you are now. That's how you got to where you are now. Most likely. I don't know. I'm just saying that. I've just realized that we've given our intellectual mind, our rational mind, too much credit. It has its place. But you don't guide your life with rational thought and fear-based thoughts. That is like exactly what not to do. Are you a Christian? I've made a video on this. I absolutely, no question that there was a being on this planet named Jesus or Joshua ben Joseph or whatever. I mean, it's got like a ton of names. But dude, he was a master. He was fully plugged in, fully awakened, and he was trying to help us remember who we are. Jesus didn't want followers. He wanted comrades. He wanted friends to walk hand in hand with him. He was trying to remind us we are him. He's the potential. He didn't say do what I say. He said be me. I am the way. Be me. We are the same. That's what he was saying. When I say field of consciousness, I'm saying God. I don't use the term God. I use source, the designer, field of consciousness. It's the same thing. So when you hear me say field of consciousness, I'm talking about God. I'll use the term God. God is in everything. 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 It's in you. I'm going to use Christian terms. We are all the Son of God. I mean, it's funny. I say, we're all the Son of God. And that's blasphemy. Oh, you've been tricked by Satan. You're going to hell. Fuck Satan. Kiss my ass, Satan. Dude, I'm so sick of... In hell? Are you kidding me? If you believe that there's a hell, if you believe that people are going to go burn in hell, man, you're in the Stone Age, my friend. That's the Stone Age, bro. Stone Age. I find it absolutely disgusting that organized religion has created this concept of hell and caused people for thousands of years to live in fear of their creator. But Jesus says, you are all the Son of God, and it's like, oh, I don't get it. No, dude. So, I guess you could say I'm a Christian, but I'm not part of any organized religion, and I have my beliefs on Christ probably differ than a majority of Christians. I will say that for people that think that Christ is coming back in the physical form, the consciousness of Christ is back already. It's here. It's flowing through you right now. And if you can't feel it, it's because you have too much fear in your mind, too much fear in your beliefs. The Christ consciousness is on this planet right now, and it's flowing through people, and you can tell if it's flowing through them or not. So if you're waiting, that's cool. If you're waiting on Christ to come back in the physical form, hey man, that's cool. I hope a being does. But knowing the fan club of Christianities, they'll probably kill him. So next question is, what do you think happens after we die? That's a big question. I think we discard this meat suit, and I think everybody's experience is going to be slightly different. My initial reaction would be that as soon as you transition out of this plane, there's no loss of information. You don't die. You're an eternal being. And so everything that you've experienced in this life, you will retain that information. I think a lot of people will be, greeted by, their lost loved ones, their guides. I think some will just merge immediately back with source. The older I get, the more I think that what you believe is going to happen. If you believe something so strong, you might experience that as soon as you transition. So, if you're like a Christian and you believe in heaven, which I've never dug Christianity because they separate God from us. That's ridiculous. Like God is here right now. It's in every single one of us. And I just never, the separation thing, dude, that is, say you believed in heaven, okay, and you had this idea of these golden streets and like whatever you believe, then, maybe when you transition, you, for a very short period of time, you experience that version of what you've believed your whole life. And it's funny because I can see like your family, your guide, your oversoul, and they'll be like, "Hey, where's Jason?" "Oh, he's Jason. He's doing his thing. He's like, what thing? He's heaven. His heaven thing. He's like experiencing heaven." It's like, well, how long is he going to do this? Like, what, we got stuff to do. There's stuff to do. How long are we going to let him do that? I can see like their spirits standing beside you, and you're like in heaven. You're like, "Oh, this is so wonderful." And they're like, "What's up, man? You done with this? You done with this playing this heaven thing? Because we got stuff to do. We got other experiences to have." You know what I mean? So I really believe that. And I didn't think about this. I didn't really believe this until the last few years, but I believe there's a chance that you'll for a brief moment you will experience what you expect to experience. I would say that for me, personally, when I transition out of this body, I will be greeted by, my loved ones, not only from this life, but from other lives. And I think you just go do other experiences. I have a feeling I'm going to come back. I have a feeling I've been here since the beginning, and I'm not done going through these experiences on Earth, because I think that this shift that is happening is, I think 10 years from now, we will be blown away at what is occurring on this planet. I think this awakening is happening, and we're going from this 5-sensory being to this multi-sensory being. And I believe that when we come back, I don't think we're going to have to start with the blank slate anymore. I think we will remember that we've done this, instead of coming in as a blank slate and starting from scratch every single time we've been here. I think those times are over. So I'm looking forward to what happens. I think it'll be a completely different type of experience when you come in knowing who you are, knowing who you've been. I think the learning process of assimilating to this experience on Earth will happen much faster. I think we'll have it figured out at a very, very early age, and I think we're going to be living in a completely different world. Just what I believe. But the particular experience, I think it's up to individuals I think even if you believe in hell and you're like, oh God, I'm going to hell, and if you say you're going to hell over and over and over all the time, every day, then maybe when you transition, you're like, oh, I'm in fire, and then like your guides are like, what's he doing? Like, how long is he going to do this shit? And they're like, come on, dude, are you done playing your little game here? Because we have things to do. Let's move on past this. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. So, how come you don't make any more Mandela Effect videos? I made 3, and in those 3, I think I explained exactly what I thought was going on. Or actually, not what I thought, what I know is going on. And actually, I made my best video sitting right over there. And if you see a video of me in a blue shirt sitting right over there, I believe that. I will make a couple more Mandela Effect videos on like my first Mandela Effect. And the Mandela Effect, it shouldn't be called the Mandela Effect. God, it's so cheesy. We're really shifting through realities. And it's just the fact that now, and this time has been predicted, now we're becoming conscious of these shifts. And we're able to be conscious of 2 different realities at the same time. And if that sounds crazy, that's cool, but that's what's happening. So, and it's not CERN, it's not Satan. It's the only reason I even started making videos was because of the Mandela Effect and all these people that were talking about Satan and like CERN. I just felt like I would bring up a different perspective other than that, because this has been predicted, man. This time has been predicted, and I was fortunate enough to have read and studied all the information that predicted that this was going to happen, and it's unfolding exactly like it's supposed to. You know what I found interesting was there was just the Laurel and Yanni. I think that was it. The video of like, man, that is some super cool stuff. I mean, that is so weird because I remember I was like, what's this? I think I saw I don't watch any Mandela Effect videos anymore. I mean, I watch Moneybags because I like Moneybags. I talk to Moneybags on the phone. And so he brought up this Yanni and this Laurel thing that's happening. And it was so crazy because with the Mandela Effect, like you see the shift. You know the change is happening. But see, I've never had a flip-flop. It never goes back and forth, back and forth. And then the Laurel, I mean, I don't know what the Laurel and Yanni is, but man, that is mind-blowing because I was like, what is this? And I put it on. And the first thing I heard was, Laurel, Laurel, Laurel. And I was like, it's Laurel. Like, how in the world could you hear Yanni? Like, they're not even close. Like, that's like, what? That's crazy. And I played it back, and I had everybody. I had my kids listen to it, and me and my daughter, my 10-year-old, she's like, "It's Laurel." And I'm like, "Yeah, like how is that Yanni? That doesn't even sound anything like Yanni." And then I rewound it and played it again, and it's going Yanni, Yanni, Yanni. And I looked at my daughter, I'm like, "Oh my God, that's crazy!" I brought my rest of my family down. So. And it keeps going back and forth for me, which is mind-blowing. Because when you hear it one way, you can't even imagine that it's the other way. I mean, Yanni and Laurel, are you kidding me? Those aren't even like... Anyway, so I will do one more Mandela Effect video, but it's really about reality shifting. It's about this multiverse and how we're sliding through these layers of reality. And I will make more videos on that, because I have a couple ways to explain this that I think it kind of makes sense. Have you ever done psychedelics? That's why people always ask me about drugs. In the last question and answer, it was about marijuana. Have I ever done psychedelics? Yes, I have, absolutely. Do I recommend them for everyone? Yes, I do. No, I'm kidding. They are certainly not for everyone. I have had some of the most amazing, mind-expanding, wall-pushing down experiences on psychedelics that absolutely changed my understanding of our reality. You know, one time I was in college. I was probably like, I don't know how old I was. I didn't go to college till I was 25. So I was probably like 27. And so I was doing some shrooms by myself. And so when they started kicking in, I climbed out our balcony and went on the roof, and I was chilling by myself on the roof looking at the stars. And I had an experience that it took me 25 years to understand what had happened. So I'm laying on the roof, looking at the stars, and then all of a sudden, in the sky,